Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy start of a brand new week. We've got a couple weeks left. Wow, only 3 weeks left this year. But here we are. We did it. We're almost to the end of the year and enjoying another Monday. I'm going to wait for you all to join. We're talking about wealth multipliers this Monday morning. Come on in. Those of you that hang on, I'm jumping over here so I can see the comments when you all come in. It's Monday. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. My little astronaut here reminding me to take my moonshot every single day. Focus and work on the moonshot. Those of you that were at the event with me in December, I hope you have your astronaut. Mine sits right here in front of me on my desk to remind me. All right, so I see that you all are coming in. Yay! Happy Monday. Good morning, Goddess Jackie. Hey, Mahalia. Good morning. Good morning, Mama Tasha. I love it. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to do my best. Hey, Goddess Beth. Still just, allowing health to be restored and returned, but it's all good. So I'm going to try to keep this short this morning so that you don't have, you only hear words and not other sounds coming out of my body from my coughing. All right, so here we go. Hey, Sonali, good morning. Hey, Goddess Pamela. So we're talking about wealth multipliers, and as you know, this Saturday, we will be having our Create 2024 Masterclass. And so this is our last kind of prerequisite work that we're doing, our second to last, because we have a clubhouse call. Our last clubhouse call will be this Thursday. So those of you, if you've never, ever been able to join us on Clubhouse, this is it. This is the last one this Thursday. So both of these conversations this morning and Thursday are kind of like the last little bits of conversation that we're going to have in preparation for creating 2024. And everything that I have been sharing with you is really just to get your mindset, your thoughts, your energy field, your everything aligned and ready to create the most amazing 2024. It's no secret that 2024 is a 8-year. Numerologically, the number 8 represents prosperity. And so in my wisdom for myself, I am riding that wave to the max. I kind of say heaven and earth and nature and all things are aligned to support us. And when you have a numerological year that's an 8, you want to put in the work to prepare to make sure you ride that wave yourself. And so that is my intention, is to support everyone in doing exactly what I'm wanting to do for myself. I want to support you in doing for you. All right, here we go. Thank you, Shanika. I do feel better. I'm just the last little bit, and then it's all gone. Okay, so I'm going to share with you 3 different ways that you can multiply your wealth. These are things I want you to consider as wealth multipliers. And usually when you hear a topic like that, it's like, oh, Tasha, I'm not able to do that right now because I don't have the kind of capital that I would like to be able to either invest or even to double, let alone multiply, right? So this conversation is not at all financial. It is not about what you have in the physical realm that you can use to multiply your wealth. It's not, do you have a net worth? Do you have assets that you can invest? Do you have capital? Do you have, available credit on your credit cards that you can use? It's none of those things. And that's very important to distinguish, because I want to remind you that wealth begins spiritually and expands physically. And this conversation about how to multiply your wealth is actually just that. Has nothing to do with the money in your wallet whatsoever. It is an opportunity to balance and equalize the playing field, and to just remind you, we all have the same chance. Every single one of us. There's nobody that has like any extra, any special, anything. We're all special and we all have the exact same opportunity if we're all willing to abide by the laws of the universe. That's it. Are you willing to abide by the laws of the universe? So here we go. Rudy, see, enters a man and I start coughing. He goes, "Good great morning. Man in the room, peeping your greatness." We'll allow you this morning, Rudy. All right, so here we go. Number one, this is perhaps the most important wealth multiplier that you need to give all of your consideration to for 2024. And it's this: your environment. Your environment adds, subtracts, or gives you the opportunity to multiply your to multiply your wealth. And I want you to think uh, when you think of environment, I want you to think of groups, the people you hang out with, your family, the conversations that you're having, the place where your mind is soaking up external information. I listened to Lisa last night. She was doing a Facebook Live, and I don't know how I was awake, but she said the most brilliant thing. I'm not sure if this is an original Lisa quote or if she was quoting someone else, Lisa Elias. And she said, "Hang out with 4 millionaires and you will become the fifth. Hang out with 4 millionaires and you will become the fifth." You know, there's some simple truths that we know, and we say these things often, but I don't know that we really commit to living what we're saying. You know, we know all the time you are the average of the 4 people you hang out around the most, or the 5 people you hang out around the most, right? So look at the people you spend the most time talking to, you spend the most time hanging out with, and you are the average of all of them combined. Are you okay with that? What is their net worth? What is their consciousness? What is their mindset? What are they up to? How are they doing with wealth? And this is something that I realized a long time ago, and you will hear me say often, the price of admission to my personal inner circle, my environment, is steep. Because if I am the average of the 5 people I hang out around the most, then that means I can be over here doing all this work to expand my wealth and my wealth consciousness. And then I'm hanging around with people who are literally chipping away at it. And that to me just does not make sense. And it sounds like hard work, because I'm going to have to work harder to overcompensate all of this other stuff that's going on here that is not in alignment with wealth. And so I want you all, as you get ready for 2024, to think about that. And here is what I know for a fact: the right group of people will multiply your wealth. When you are in the right group, your wealth will multiply. Why do the rich stay rich? Why do they hang out with each other? Why do they have exclusive groups? Why? They're not making it a secret, my friends. We all know it's not a secret. There is a club, right? It's plain as day for all of us to see, and we can take all of these secrets of success and employ them in our life. The reason why they do that is because it works. They hang out with each other. They have wealthy conversations. They talk about investing. They talk about, how they want to grow and expand their revenue, their business, their income. That's how it works. And so if you're not having those conversations, then you're not multiplying your wealth. What are you talking about with your friends? What do you talk about? Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought, right? So I want you to think about that. And this past weekend, at our event, I said, this is how crucial this is. It's not just that it can add or subtract from your wealth creation. That is one thing, and that's serious enough, right? Like the people I hang around with, they're either gonna help me to add to my wealth creation, or they're going to take away from it. So that's one level. But the level I want you to hear me talk about right now is then there's the right group. being in the right group can multiply your income. You know what happens when your income multiplies? It saves you time. It saves you mistakes. It saves you money because you're not trying to figure out how to do it. And here's the other part of not only multiplying. So multiplying meaning you're gonna be able to take the money that you have, and because you're in the right group, you're gonna times 10 or times 20 or times 100 or times 1,000. But you can also accelerate it. That being in the right group allows you to have it multiply and accelerate. And I don't know about you, but my quest is I've got my family. That's it. Like, right? We that's it. That's my priority. And then any other group that I'm going to be a part of, any friendships that I'm going to have, you're either multiplying my wealth and accelerating it, or my consciousness, my mindset, my something, right? There has to be some addition, or it's love you, mean it, and bye. Right? That's that. So, want to find the right group. So, Shanika says, I literally had this thought all weekend. Shanika, I love you. That's all I'm going to say to you about that one. Okay? So, that's number one, is find the right group. Number two, and this is where I see a lot of people going, oh, I'm going to follow these influencers on social media, right? And they are influencing the heck out of showing their amazing lifestyles. And, we sit and we sit in awe and we want what they have. And that's not enough. It's not enough to admire someone who is successful. If you want to multiply your wealth in 2024, you have to do a very specific thing. You need to get guidance from someone who is where you want to be. Again, I I'm just going to tell it to you straight. These are all lessons that I learned. At the event last weekend, I said, what do? We sit around and we say, what is it that they know that we don't know? Meanwhile, they're not hiding what they know. Wealthy people do not hide what they know. It is very plain for us all to see. But do we model it? And so I can tell you, this is why they have advisors. This is why they have mentors. This is why they go and invest with someone to say, show me how to do it. You know how to do it. You've gone before me. Show me how to do it. So I would encourage you for 2024, it's not enough to follow someone and just be influenced and motivated and inspired. In fact, I told everyone this weekend, I'm out of that business. I am not interested in influencing a soul. I don't want to motivate or inspire. Like, kudos, that's like, side benefit. If it happens, it happens. I want to awaken within you. This is the exact thing to do. And the exact thing to do is you must be under the guidance and the direction of someone who has gone before you. Let yourself save time, headache, figuring it out, money, all the things. They know, they've gone before you, they know what to do, right? So there's a quote that says, for business, and this is especially for my sisters who are, doing your thing in business. If you want to go faster, go with a master. If you want to multiply and accelerate your results, you must go with a master. I'm going to tell you one of the most heart-wrenching words I ever heard in my life. It was a few years ago. I had made some not so wise investment decisions, trading options. I knew nothing about options. It just sounded cute. It was like, oh, it's passive income. Let's do it. Okay, yeah. And I literally was like, here's my money. You do it. Right. And turns out in a very short period of time, I lost close to $150,000. Right? Like, gone like that. Just gone. That is like $150,000 literally overnight, just gone. And I remember when it came to the point in the trading where I didn't understand what was going on, and I thought, whatever, I don't, to show you how much I don't even know what happened other than something was called. And I thought if I did not sell or pay or do whatever, I was going to have to come out of my pocket with extra money. And I was like, I've already lost all this money. I don't want to have to come out extra. So I call TD Ameritrade. I get some customer service guy. He helps me to get out of it, to lose all the money basically. And he says to me as I'm hanging up the phone, he goes, they have options for dummies. He goes, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Maybe you want to go buy a book like Options for Dummies. And that cut through me so badly. Followed by 2 weeks later, I'm having a conversation with this this dude is like ridiculous. I don't even know to tell you how much money he has. Ridiculous, right? He used to run a hedge fund and he literally lives in my town and is a bazillionaire. And someone had connected him with my son to like have him show my son how to do financial investing, right? And so I was sitting with him and I just decided to be honest and tell him about this money that I had lost. And he looked me dead in the eyes and he said, Tasha, why did you try to do that alone? And I have, like, those words just have stuck to my soul. Why did you try to do it alone? You were trying to multiply your wealth. I get it. But you were way in over your head. Like, there's so many people who have gone before you. Why would you try to do that alone? You didn't even know what you were doing. And I just want to share that life lesson with all of you. As you look to go into 2024, this is something you really want to focus on, is that you are under the guidance and direction of someone who has gone before you, whether it's spiritually, financially, like they have what you want, right? And not just watch them from afar, be specifically guided by them. So there we go. And Astoria says that was so very rude. You know what? It was very rude, you might say, Anastasia, but it was very true. And I needed him to say it in that way. I needed to be jarred, which is why I'm sharing it to you in the way that I heard it. So that's number 2. Number 3, and the most important one if you want to multiply your wealth in 2024, is you have to commit to expanded wealth consciousness. Now, I want to make a marked distinction because usually you hear about a wealthy mindset. That is not what I'm talking about. Well, it's not wealth mindset. We're past that. We're evolved. We're now talking about wealth consciousness. And so a wealth consciousness is you have a state of awareness of constant abundance. All you see is abundance. Your awareness is only attuned to abundance. When you talk about a wealthy mindset, your mindset is a collection of your past beliefs and assumptions about yourself. Can I be wealthy? Do I have what it takes? What about my money traumas? All of that, right, makes up your mindset. What is my past, my history, my education level? What are all the things that in my mind says if I can or if I can't be wealthy? A wealth consciousness says all I'm attuned to, all I see and experience is abundance. And so in order for you to multiply, not just a little here or there, because you're talking about being able to do something that is outside of your logical mind, to be able to multiply your income, your wealth in a short period of time is something that logically, if you're going to count on your mindset, you're going to have such an uphill battle because your mind is going to say, well, show me, what are the steps? How are we going to do it? Where is the proof? And you'll just be like bantering back and forth with your mind. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I have something way more powerful that I can have access to, and so do you. And it's a wealth consciousness. And so in 2024, that is where I want to encourage you to really be focused and committed, is really just having an intentional focus on connecting to the consciousness of wealth so that it oozes from you. I was sharing with the ladies at the event last weekend that at this point right now, I literally spend 10 to 20% of my working day doing just this. We're talking about an hour, 2, 3 hours some days just working on this because I understand that this is the power play. This is the power play, wealth consciousness, not a wealthy mindset. All right. So I'm going, Rudy says, all I see and experience is abundance. I must go to the space where everyday life and challenges don't remove me from my desired wealth. That's right, Mahalia. So I love it, Rhonda. All right, so I'm going to repeat these for you all this morning. Get ready for this Saturday. You want to be thinking about your environment. You want to multiply your income. The fastest way to do that, that does not require capital, that's another conversation and we're going to have it. But right now, what can you do? Nothing changes. What can you do? You got to clean up your environment because this right here, the right group, being a part of the right group can multiply and accelerate your wealth. Just the fact, it's like I've seen myself sit at tables with people who talk about $1 million like it's 10 cents. And I'm not at that financial position, but just to sit and hear how they speak, how it's like nothing, how it's not a big deal, how it's not, it's nothing earth shattering to them. It's just like matter of fact, $1 million a month, right? And I'm going, wow, you think that's not going to impress upon my mind, my subconscious mind, my awareness to what's possible? That is why I do so many things in groups, because when you hear other people talking about their dreams, their goals that are bigger and more expansive than yours, suddenly your little world shatters and you are now open to a bigger one. And that's what I mean. When you're in the right group, just the conversation alone can expand your own wealth. Just the conversation, because now you're like, wow, well, gosh, I'm going to add a zero. Why not me? I'm going to add a zero. Listen to these people talking about this like it's nothing. I'm going to add a zero to my number. That alone is powerful. So that's number one. Number two, make sure you have plans to be under the guidance and mentorship of someone who has gone before you, someone who has what you want. If you want to go faster, go with a master. And number three, we're stepping out of wealthy mindset stuff and we're stepping into wealth consciousness. The only thing that we're focused on is a constant awareness of abundance. Nothing else exists except in the mind. And we're elevating beyond the mind in 2024. Okay, let's see. Everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got their notes. Love the extra zeros. And so here's what I want to say to all of you. This is a very powerful last 3 weeks of the year. It's a very potent time. We're ending and beginning. And I just want to say we're ahead of the curve. We're ahead of 98% of the world who are going to wait till the last minute or the start of the new year to create their 2024. We're actually coming together this Saturday and we're going to do it with each other in high energy. It's going to be amazing. I have so many downloads that I have been receiving to guide you to create your word of the year, your intention, and to create your wealth scene. I know you've not heard me talk too much about that, but we're going to be doing that. We're going to go through a visualization where we're literally going to bring it to life. But there's something else I want to tell you all. Drum roll. This weekend, I am giving birth. I am giving birth to this beautiful creation of mine that I've had in my heart, my spirit, and my soul for years. It's just everything in perfect time. And this year, God spoke into my spirit and said, it is time. It's time to do this. It's time to create this. Your community needs it. And so all of you that are registered for this Saturday, make sure you are there live if you possibly can, because I am going to give birth to the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. It is going to be something that actually addresses all three of these things for you in 2024. So if you're like, Tasha, well, where do I find the right group? Tasha, how do I constantly expand my wealth consciousness? Tasha, how do I get guidance and just know, check, I got it, it's taken care of? I am giving birth to the creation that solves all of that for you. Make sure you're there this Saturday. I'm excited. I'm ready. That's right. Bring your energy. Get it ready because I'm coming. Like all this stuff going on up here is just gone. And I'm coming with 1,000% energy to support you all on Saturday. So if you've not yet registered, it's your last chance, right? Because it's this Saturday. You want to type the numbers 2024. Check Facebook Messenger. Please get your ticket. We're closing the doors because we have to send out all the materials this week. I think so many of you already have. We have hundreds of women registered, and I'm so excited. But if you have not yet registered, this is it. Type 2024, check Facebook Messenger, and get yourself registered. Also, one last thing. If you are watching on YouTube, you can go to tashachen.com/2024. That's a page that you can register on, tashachen.com/2024. Just make sure you're registered. And even if you can't attend, it's at 12 Eastern on Saturday. If you can't attend live or you can't watch it all, as long as you get the replay, you will be made aware. You will literally see me give birth, right? You're going to see me give birth to this creation. And so you want to be there. That's all I can say. It's crazy exciting. It is like a 9-year baby, not 9 months, like a 9-year baby I've been carrying. And this weekend, I give birth to her. Mwah! I love you all. Go have an amazing Monday and a wonderful week. I'll see you all Saturday at 12 Eastern. Bye, everybody.